What's going on, champions? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some key updates that you deserve to know when it comes to the student loan forgiveness program, especially if you qualify for the student loan forgiveness program. You got to pay close attention and watch till the very end of this. So one of the biggest ones that we're seeing right now is that more than half or around half of the US governors have called on President Joe Biden to cancel the student loan forgiveness program. And then the other one that we're seeing right now is that people who made payments during the pandemic on their student loan will likely be getting a refund as part of the student loan forgiveness program. We're going to unpack these details. Then lastly, we're going to be talking about the key dates, the 4 key dates you need to keep in mind when it comes to the student loan forgiveness program for those of you who qualify. But before we get into all of this, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, welcome. Consider subscribing now to join this amazing community to stay informed on the latest tips for your financial wellness and success. So let's jump right into it. You can see on the screen right now, this is a report from USA Today. And this report says that nearly half of US governors, all Republicans, are demanding that President Joe Biden withdraws the student loan forgiveness. So they're asking Biden to take this back. President Joe Biden, can you take this back? That's what the Republican governors are saying, 22 governors. And we're going to be talking about the states that these governors are in. So if this applies to you, you got to pay close attention, because right now we're seeing that these 22 governors, according to this report, signed a letter that was sent to President Joe Biden calling on him to withdraw the forgiveness plan. So this might be something that will be busting a lot of people's bubbles, right? So we'll see if this happens and what really, becomes of this letter. Is this just another politics PR? I don't know. I'm not going to get into the politics of this. This is not a political video. This is just bringing you information on the latest tips and the latest hot items that you need to know when it comes to the student loan forgiveness program. So let's quickly talk about what all this letter included, or maybe not what all, but some of the key things that they were saying, right? So these Republican governors were basically saying, look, we're going through a period of high inflation, and all the president wants to do right now is increase or forgive student loan debt, claiming that this increases inflation and whatnot. But we're not going to get into all of that. However, the White House is saying, look, you guys approved tax cuts for the rich in 2020, 2021 during the pandemic. We have to go back now and do what we need to do for the people. So I want to know your thoughts on that in the comment section below. As we know, this benefit only goes to those who are making the maximum or who are making $125,000 and below, or those who are making $250,000 as married couples. So the states that are involved in this, the state governors are Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Maryland, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wyoming. So 22 governors from the Republican states, all the states that I mentioned right here, are basically saying President Biden needs to withdraw this. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Now let's jump into the next big stuff, right? And this is going to pertain to those who made some type of payment during the pandemic. So student loan borrowers, according to Business Insider, student loan borrowers will receive automatic refunds on pandemic era payments if they qualify for President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. So if you made a payment, if you made any payment during the pandemic, the Education Department has released the guidance saying that those who made this payment or those who made payments will have an automatic refund. I want to get your thoughts on these too. So here are the quick points according to this report. Borrowers who apply for and receive the President Joe Biden student loan relief forgiveness will basically get refunds automatically, and others can still qualify, but they have to call on their loan servicer to start the process. So there's a specific instance that was given here according to the report and what was published by the Education Department. So based off of what we're seeing here, right? I'm just gonna break this down as it was stated here. If you're a borrower and you are eligible for the $10,000 in relief, or $20,000 if you had Pell Grants, right? But in this case, for those who are getting the $10,000 in student loan cancellation, if you had $10,000 forgiven and you qualified for that, but you had a balance of, let's say, $10,500 according to this instance in March of 2020, and you made a payment of $1,000 during the pandemic, bringing your balance down to $9,500 currently. So this means that you went from $10,500 to a balance of $9,500, $9,500, which is eligible for full discharge according to the Biden forgiveness program if you make under $125,000 if you're single. Now, this means that the payment, right, you made, the $1,000 payment that you made is eligible for $500 refund. So basically, you're gonna get some money back. That's what it means. Now, if in this case, if you had $2,000 payment during the pandemic, you know, do the math. You're going to get the difference of your outstanding balance and $10,000 for whatever you paid. So basically, this only applies to those who made payments during the pandemic, not before the pandemic. I got to be clear on that. But a lot of people right now have come out and they're saying, look, I paid off my loans 10 years ago. This is not fair. I paid off my loans in 2019. What exactly can be done for me? I want to know your thoughts if this applies to you in the comment section below. Do you think this should extend beyond the people who made the payments during the pandemic? There's so much mixed signals and mixed emotions around this right now. So a lot of people are happy while some people are still calling for more forgiveness. And in fact, this report says you apply and receive forgiveness through the Biden's plan. Your voluntary payments during the pause brought your balance below the maximum amount of relief you would have been eligible to receive, but didn't pay off your balance in full. So those who worked hard and paid off the balance in full, I want to hear from you. And those who fall under this category, I also want to hear from you in the comment section below. Now let's talk about the key dates that you should mark on your calendar when it comes to the student loan forgiveness. The first one is early October. So according to the U.S. Department of Education, applications are going to open up for people who qualify by early October. So you want to put in your application as soon as possible. Now the next date you got to keep in mind is November 15th. According to the department, the federal student loan borrowers should apply for forgiveness no later than November 15th. So this is, you know, a process that most people understand will take roughly 6 weeks for the cancellation request to clear. The next date is December 31st of 2022. So according to this report, this is an important date for student loan borrowers, regardless, as it is a day the pause on the federal student loan expires. So the extension of the pause was up until December 31st of 2022. So by January, payments are going to resume. So you got to keep these dates in mind. Now, according to this report, the next date you got to keep in mind here is basically when to start getting your paperwork in order, which is right now, if you qualify for this. So I want to hear your thoughts on this in the comment section below. We've talked about people who are going to get a refund. We've talked about the 22 governors who sent the letter to President Joe Biden asking him to withdraw the student loan benefit, cancellation benefit. So let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think this program is going to be helpful to the economy? Do you think this people who are getting this cancellation should be getting this? I want to hear from people, right? I want to know what your thoughts are about this. And, you know, if you feel like this has helped you, if you feel like this video was informative to an extent, or if you feel like you've gained some new insight from this video, feel free to give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so to join this amazing community to receive helpful financial tips for your financial wellness and success. See you in the next one. Stay safe and thank you for watching.